Welcome along to a special Titanbet preview, looking ahead to all of the Premier League action on New Year's Day. We start with the big one at White Hart Lane as Chelsea travel to take on Tottenham. I'm joined by Bobby this week to look ahead to the New Year's Day action. Christmas gets better and better. Nick's away, so as I said, Bobby's with me. And we start with Chelsea travelling to take on Tottenham this week. I don't think they should bother playing this fixture. More often than not, Chelsea have come away with 3 points from this game. Spurs have won just 3 out of 50 meetings against Chelsea recently. And with that in mind, I'm going to go for a Blues win by 2-1. Bobby, how do you see this one going?
I see it being a tight affair, similar to you, really. I'm going for a draw in this one. I think Spurs at home showed against Manchester United they can be resilient, they can keep a clean sheet when they need to. I think Chelsea will get on the score sheet at some point. I'm going for under 2.5 goals in this one. I think a 1-1 draw will be a fair result in the end.
Spurs to take a point off Chelsea? I don't think so. On to St Mary's then for a 3 o'clock kickoff as Southampton entertain Arsenal. The Gunners have got a good record against the Saints, unbeaten in 11 league meetings, but Southampton did beat them in the Capital One Cup earlier this season. So can they cause another upset again? I don't think so. Going to sit on the fence for this one and go for a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I'm fancying a draw for this one as well. I think it was so close last time the two sides met. Of course, there was that injury towards the end that allowed Arsenal the chance to go and get the winner. I fancy Danny Welbeck to get on the score sheet in this game. He's been given a role leading the line with Olivier Giroud missing, so I fancy Danny Welbeck to score any time. The new year kicks off with Stoke against Manchester United at the Britannia Stadium at 12:45. Stoke have got a pretty poor record against United, just 1 victory since promotion to the Premier League, and I can't see them improving that record against the United side in form at the moment. I'm going to go for United at half-time and full-time as well. They nearly ran out of legs against Spurs, but I don't think that will happen this time around. Well, I agree with you, United winning at half-time, but I'm going for the draw full-time. I think 1-1. I think Stoke have proven this season they can mix it with the big boys at times, beating City, of course, earlier in the campaign. So yeah, I fancy a close game and a 1-1 draw in this one. Moving on to Villa Park then for Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. Unlikely to be a thriller, this one. Both teams struggling to score at the moment. Palace have got just 3 goals in their last 6 Premier League matches. And with that in mind, I'm going for under 2.5 goals in this one. Yeah, I'm sticking with my draws again. I think this time a goalless draw, though. I can't see either side finding a breakthrough. As you say, that they're both lacking on goals. I think Crystal Palace as well, yet to find a new manager. I think they'll still be licking their wounds slightly after losing Neil Warnock. So, yeah, I'm going for a goalless draw in that one. Bookings for me is probably the way to look. Bobby's getting splinters. Hull take on Everton at 3 o'clock at the KC Stadium. A tale of two sides really struggling for form at the moment. Hull with just 1 win in 11. Everton's record not much better than that either. And with that in mind, I'm going to sit on the fence this time and go for a 1-1 draw. But I also fancy Nikita Jelavic to score against his former club. Yeah, I think it's going to be tight again, but this time I am going for a victory. I'm seeing Hull winning this one. I think both sides, as you say, have been as bad as one another this season. I think Hull showed signs that maybe they are starting to move in the right direction. Last time out they did come off on the wrong side of the result, but hit the post a number of times. So I'm going for a 2-1 Hull win. Gaston Ramirez in good form. I fancy him to get a goal. Liverpool take on Leicester at Anfield, with the Foxes having finally ended their winless run recently against Hull City. That was a bit of Christmas cheer for them. I can't see them continuing that run at Anfield though on New Year's Day. Liverpool not great at home this season, but they should have more than enough to take care of Leicester. I'm going for a 2-0 Liverpool win. Yeah, I think there'll be goals in this one. I'm going for a draw again though. It seems to be a theme of the day, doesn't it? 2-2 draw in this one. I think Liverpool's defence is so shaky that Leicester will get chances in the match. Riyad Mahrez has been in fantastic form, and if Liverpool persists with the 3 at the back, I think he'll find a lot of joy around there. So a 2-2 draw, Mahrez to score. Manchester City will look to bounce back from that draw against Burnley when they play host to Sunderland at 3 o'clock. The Black Cats have got a very good record though against City. City have won just 4 of 11 meetings against them, and I fancy them to take something from this game. City look very leggy against Burnley, so I'm going for a 2-2 draw, repeat of last season's scoreline.
Oh, that's brave, that one.
Yeah, brave.
I think, yeah, you're right, they did look leggy in that last game, but I think there'll be a big response from City this time around. At home again, I'm going for over 4.5 goals. I think possibly a 5-0, 5-1 victory for Manchester City on home soil to try and get their title pushed back on track.
Very brave. Newcastle play host to Burnley on New Year's Day, with the Toon looking to build on that victory over Everton last time out, finally getting the monkey off their back after a run of defeats. Burnley have just one win at Newcastle, that came in 1974. I can't see them getting another on New Year's Day. I fancy Pape Cisse to score and Newcastle to win by 1 goal.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close again. New Year's Day for me is going to be full of draws, but I'm going both teams to score in this one. I think it is going to be a score draw. Ayoze Perez as well to get on the goal scoring sheet. He hit the post in the last game, scored as well. I think he's looking in fine form for Newcastle and really starting to find his feet. So goals, but a draw in that one.
QPR play host to Swansea in another 3 o'clock kickoff on New Year's Day, with QPR looking to continue their fine home run. The last time the Swans played at Loftus Road, though, they won 5-0. Can't see it being a repeat of that scoreline on New Year's Day. I am going to go for a QPR win though, and go perhaps a little bit crazy. Stephen Cole could score against his former club. I bet you get good odds on that.
Yeah, that does sound a good bet. I'm going with the victory as well for the home side. As you say, they've been impressive on home soil this season. Charlie Austin has been in fine form, scoring goals for fun there. I'm going with both teams to score once again. Swansea only score 1 goal on average on the road this season, so I think 2-1 victory to Queen's Park Rangers.
Finally, rounding off the New Year's Day preview, West Ham against West Brom. Surely one of the easiest games to call of New Year's Day. West Ham to win to 0 is my bet. They normally draw these two sides, but the Hammers should have too much for the baggies. I
think so. They've derailed a little bit of late West Ham, a couple of games that they've maybe not done as well as they would have liked to have done, but I think back against a struggling side, I think they'll take full advantage and start the new year positively. So like you, I'm going for a West Ham win, Andy Carroll to get on the score sheet.
That's your lot for New Year's Day then. Don't forget to check out all the prices with Titanbet.co.uk, and we'll see you next time. Have a happy new year.